Glory, honor, and praise to the great God, the Father, and heaven, universe, all. Um, Real quick, this is for the very elect. This is for the very elect. Stop, stop letting these, all right, to have a social media, the word, the etymology, to have a social media platform, the term platform is saying that they are above you, they are higher than you. They are on a platform looking down at you. That's what a platform puts them in the spotlight. Let's say a proverbial spotlight. It puts the attention on them. So this is what you're doing when you are, number one, when you're clicking on any links that you click on has because that's a physical action, it has a spiritual implication. So if you are clicking on anyone's, whether it's a video, YouTube video, whatever, any type of social media, you are literally you are agreeing to the terms and conditions of their reality. You're sort of teleporting yourself into their reality. You are focusing your pure life force energy on whatever you are clicking on, whether it's a person, place, or thing. So just the great God, universal Allah is saying, use it wisely. Use it for your higher self. If someone is not talking about things pertaining to higher self, if you're the very elect and you have some deep inner childhood trauma release, parallel life, ancestral trauma, then you have to do everything. Every area of your life has to be raising your frequency in alignment with a Schumann resonance on the earth that's raising. I dropped out in what was that? Second grade. I dropped out in second grade. I recommend you too as well. I recommend you too as well, because by the time you graduate, you're gonna be competing with iRobot, and iRobot is equipped to kick your ass in every area of life, even physical. They even have superhuman strength. So, that's according to the great God. I'm a different story. Targeted individuals, you probably understand, but that is just from the great God. If you continue to keep your children in these schools, you are essentially robbing them of their life force energy, because they're not even going to have jobs. So off of that, but when you are clicking on someone's link, you're entering into an agreement with them, and you're entering into their reality. You're focusing your attention, aka your life force energy, onto them, into their reality. You're feeding them. That's why you see how social media people, they start one way and then they end up like yeah, that's like a so-called celebrity. It's because you made them that way. You and everyone else has been feeding them energy. They're receiving that energy. There's no time and space. You can receive energy because, you know, energy is invisible. It travels at the speed of light, and it just needs to be focused on which is energy in motion. It is leaving from your oculars, your lens, your camera lens, your eyes, which record for your soul essence. So, whatever you're focusing on, that energy is leaving onto that thing that you're focusing on. So, you know, no wonder you're always watching this person and see them in a year and, you know, they're just, you know, glowing up off of your life force energy. Great God, Universal Allah is saying, look, you can't afford to be feeding anyone else your life force energy unless they are truly feeding your higher self, your spirit man. That's it. And then it's like, you have to understand that that is their journey and you have your own journey. That takes keeping your focus off of everything and just, all right, what do I need to purge? What do I need to purge? I'm listening in the background. I'm listening to Dr. Virtual 7, dissolve negative hate energy. It dissolves negative hate energy and it just like repels and bounces off of your aura and ping pong back, return to sender. So I keep things like these on auto repeat in my mind by intention, because I listen to it so much. So it's already downloaded. It's like if you download songs and you have them in your phone, it's not going to leave unless it gets deleted. I'm like, all right, my higher self, which is on auto repeat, it's like replaying these tracks over and over, and it's like, I just like to hear the reinforcement. But by intent, my intention is for my higher self to play this track on repeat in my head, continually, renewally, for the set a time, the right amount of time. So I think that is a divine. I yawned, right? And every physical action has to be. This is the age of Aquarius. If you're not pairing your physical action with a spiritual intent, spirit is invisible. That's your vocal cords, that's your voice, your thoughts, invisible. If you're not pairing the physical action with the spiritual intent, then you are in violation of universal law. Allah. So, I yawn. Divine release. Divine order restored in every void, hole, gap, and tear in I energy field, consciousness, reality, and the divinely intended connected to I, the vessel, consciousness, and reality, and multidimensionally, because we want to include our ancestors, we want to include our physical family as represents our vessel, and reality, anything, people, place, things, situations, scenario, events in our physical reality. We have to do this as a practice every day, all day. That is a part of the divine transfer, the divine wealth transfer. That is absolutely a part of it. Can you block your blessings by taking showers? There is a way too. when I'm in the wilderness, when I'm in wilderness seasons, I'm not showering, but I will share from. Listen, I'm not anything. I'm just the vessel. I'm just the flesh. You know, I'm stingy. You know, I can be, you know, hateful. I can be racist as well. I can be, you know, just mean. I can be jealous. I found out in one simulation that my Father in heaven put me through. My Father in heaven showed me I was actually jealous of my Father in heaven. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And this was a simulation where my Father had to save me. Had to literally save me from death. I was kidnapped. The corpse kidnapped me, handcuffed me to a bed, and shot me up with all these pharmaceuticals. Even though, listen, this is from when I've been young. I've been on that natural health thing. Like, if I get sick, boom, I'm fasting. If I get sick, boom, tea tree oil, rubbing it off on my body every few minutes or something like that. You know, inhaling the essential oils and using the detox teas and things like that, full body detoxes. And, you know, I'm like really, really, really into holistic, natural, just the herbs, the natural things that the great God gave us. And I've been like that. But now they was shooting me up with like pharmaceuticals. I don't even know to this day what they were injecting in me. It opened up portals in my vessel, and whatever, I don't know if they opened up some portal through CERN, whatever type of portal that was, but I actually was outside of myself looking at my body, because my spirit man wasn't in there. They had defiled it. These entities were RAPINGN me in this hospital where these doctors were, or I don't know what they were. Satanists were crowded around me. The great God had to show me this. The spiritual world was real, and I'm outside of my body. I'm looking at what's going on, and I'm looking at a possessed body. Like, my body was possessed by this. I don't know if it was like a legion, but it was like this thing was foaming at the mouth. My body was foaming at the mouth and growling and everything, because whatever pharmaceuticals they put in my body, it opened up portals. And my vessel was possessed, but I was looking at my vessel. I was seeing my vessel contorting, foaming, and growling, making these crazy ass noises. And then this is when the great God came through. The great God sent my spirit man back in my body, and I just sat up normal. Like, I was just normal again. That's when you have an experience like that, your faith can never be broken. When you have an experience like that, like, you're outside of your body, you see your body possessed, like the Exorcist and Emily Rose type shit, except my head wasn't spinning 360, but it was all types of contortions. Like, it's real. I didn't know it was real like that. I thought it was just like in movies and shit. And, you know, that's how I know that pharmaceuticals do open up portals, can open up portals in a human vessel. Because I experienced it. But it's like when we experience something like that, if we ever experience something like that, you just personally get to know, all right, the great God actually came, saved me from that. I see you. Reverse evil when your whole bloodline and lineage trying to capture. They'll do that. They face the camera either up above you or in your vicinity. They're trying to capture your essence. Now, this will get that information back to these high level entities that are going to give readings on you, and because they have to figure out either your next steps, or they have to figure out what they need to find out about you to infiltrate you and cause your descension. Because every time you go up that ladder step, the earth raises its human resonance, its frequency. Every time you go up that ascension ladder step that the great God, universe, Allah describes in the Holy Quran, Circle 7. Dude. Look, that's disclosure too. I act mad annoying just to repel people, because I'm like, that's why I said don't ever thank me for nothing. I don't ever want to be thanked for nothing. Just thank my Father in heaven, because my Father in heaven made me do this. I'm not going to say I continue to run, because I don't want to reinforce that, because the great God will tear you up. The great God will tear you up and put you in the belly of that well. And I've been there. That's what the 99% have to go through during the Great Tribulation, because y'all been running from doing the shadow trauma release work, purging your DNA of slavery, of ancestral torment and slavery. Right? All of the timelines have to collapse for us to get to the new earth. The earth restored back to divine order. So your trauma, your fear programming has to come up. It has to come up and exit earth, so earth can move more and more and more. She's birthing her new self. She's birthing a baby. A earth restored back to divine order, where we can play with the wild animals and not be, attacked and all of that. So that's why I said don't ever thank me. Don't ever thank me, because I wouldn't have did it. I'm the op. I am your op. Honestly, I wouldn't have did it. And I don't say it as in, because you're still lower self. So I'm your op. So don't thank me. Don't thank me for any information that I give or anything, because this great God been on me like, yo, you're not doing your job. Listen, because I didn't get it. Sometimes I don't get it. The corpse. Yeah, they intentionally brain injured me. The corpse did. I'm saying from the parallel life regression that the great God did on me. I saw like metal objects like pulling me out, and I saw and felt a tug of war between me and Satan. Like Satan had totally took over that whatever vessel was bringing, so-called delivering me into here. Like that was actually Satan, and the hands were scorching hot. It was like burning my flesh, and this was not in the physical. So the great God, you're not doing your job. I need you to put this out. I need you to put this out for my children. I want to meet my children in the heart, and you have the key, so I need you to give it to them so that they can meet me in the heart. Because I'm saying if you're still in the world, you're only really meeting Satan in the heart, because the great God already said you cannot serve two masters. That's why I said don't ever thank me. Don't ever thank me. Don't ever look at me as anything but flesh and a speck of dust. That's all for the great God, universal Allah. I don't want it. I don't want your attention. I don't want nothing from it. I don't want a high. I don't want to buy. I don't want your attention on me. It feels dirty. I don't know. You're filled with lust. Most of you are filled with lust. Most of you filled with greed. You want fiat money. You want like what they showed you. Like I'm saying, the so-called celebrities So y'all want that. Y'all want attention. Y'all want to be up on some platform. Y'all want people looking at y'all and stuff like. I don't want your looks on me because I don't enjoy the vibration of lower self. I don't enjoy lust. I don't like how that feels. It feels predatory. Like it feels like I'm being preyed on when can I use profanity? I don't, and I mean I know I do in other videos and stuff like that, but we are perfecting a self-integrate. Guys, like I don't want you offending people. Some people get offended with that, but I personally enjoy using profanity. I just do, but again, I don't enjoy the frequency of how it feels, lust. It feels like, you know, it feels invasive and intrusive. It feels like you want to be hit and quit. Like someone lusts after you, like once they get that lust is fulfilled, it's like, you know, I said, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And I don't prefer that energy. I don't like your envy, your jealousy on me, and just your awestruck, your hate. I don't enjoy any of that. I truly desire to live like a fly on the wall. I think that's where the most peace is. I just don't understand the social media world, like people wanting like a bunch of people in their business, like talking about them, looking at them all the time, and just I never will understand that shit. Like I won't, and that is the culture. That's why the Father in heaven got to use the culture to reach his children. Because what did the great God say? That the shepherd would go leave the 99. The shepherd would leave the 99 and go after the one. That's going to look different here. It's like great God is, you know, coming for you. So, you know, I'm just merely delivering a message. I don't have anything to do with your ascension or descension. That is the great God, universal Allah. That's why I understand why I am a targeted, or have been a targeted individual, because now, what is it? The targets are the targets. The targets are the targets. Target is target. Target is targeting. The target is target. Something like that now, but I don't know. But it's like, why I don't take showers? Because I need a frequency. I don't want to block. My skin is my largest organ. I don't want to block my pores. You know, what's in the water supply? I heard all types of things that are just horrendous. Down to hormones to turn men into women for these end times. Because, you know, we can't, rightfully so, we can't have toxic patriarchy anymore. So we got to turn you to women. Keep eating that plant meat. Keep eating that plant meat, man boobs. You know. But I'm just showing what I use. Like I said, anybody looking upon anything of mine in an evil manner, you better fast. You better fast and ask for a pure heart, a forgiving heart. That's what I'm saying. You're going to get jacked up by the great God. But you know, we can, like I said, we can make things fun. Suffering produces patience, so that's actually a positive thing. because patience, look, I have 3 planets in Aries, so I'm still working on patience in this life. But I just, now, this is just an old alcohol bottle that I had, and I just converted it, and I put the herbs at the bottom. What type of herbs do I have in here? I think I have royal sage. And these are spell bottles too, because look, anytime they have those, these are royal, elite. That's our symbols. R&R, reserved. What's that? Rich and rare. These are spells that you don't cast spells on. We're not allowed to cast spells on other people and manipulate other people's energy. Unless you have the divine authority to do that. Like I might have to do it to keep a demon from trying to slay me or something. A demon might possess a body, and then I may have to do something like that. But like we're not really supposed to be doing that at all, because we are just supposed to be allowing the great God to order everything, order our steps and everything. So I just use that, just a little bottle, put it in there, mix it in there with herbs. I like to put some Himalayan salt, not too much, because it might get too salty, but just some Himalayan salt. You can take it as far as, certain essential oils, not with oil, not with oil mixed, not with essential oils mixed with carrier oils. But I'm talking about the straight 100% third party tested, distilled. Just make sure the quality, because it's a lot of, even the very elect shall be deceived. A lot of tricksters out here. So that's a coming timeline, inshallah, being able to test products to recommend to the very elect, so you are not deceived. That is a intent and desire. So yeah, I just mix it up with the herbs and stuff like that. And this is preferably, again, the skin is your largest organ. How many pores? Can we find that out? How many pores the largest organ on a human body has? This alcohol, the molecules were, oscillating so fast, so small, something like that, and it just penetrates the blood barrier probably in like 60 seconds, I heard. But now this alcohol, again, this is used anytime you're in, throughout the day. You might be hot throughout the day. You may have had some psychic attacks going on. You just do these, wet the rag and just clean it off everywhere. I even clean my lady parts. People are like, that don't burn. I don't know, it don't burn anymore. I just built up an immunity towards it. If you don't want to use alcohol for the lady parts, tea tree oil. I never have a problem with that. I never have a problem with 100% cold pressed neem oil. I'm keeping my lady parts clean. And that's on an everyday basis. And these, as soon as you wake up, boom, full body wipe down with your alcohol combo. Whatever comes to your intuition to mix there, as long as it's natural and pure, whatever it is. So I also put a little Palo Santo shavings in there too. I love it. I love it. It instantly, when I, just head to toe, it instantly resets my energy field. That's what the great God Universal Allah is saying. It instantly resets my energy field. It removes the parasites. I feel like it anyway. I feel like it removes the etheric parasites, those thought forms. When I rub it on my head, especially this ascension journey, I like to do clean shavings of my head, because the DNA in the hair follicle holds memory, even negative memory. It holds, and we're doing quite a bit of purging. So I know that's the reason why you see celebrities, so-called celebrities, when they shave their head, they're doing like a clearing, a reset. And it's even more, it goes deeper when you, like I said, you do that head rub with your alcohol mixture. And I was saying about the percentage. I believe for like fasting or anything, the 70% alcohol, because it has a higher water content, which will penetrate the pores, I assume a lot quicker than the 91%. But you can also dilute the 91% as well too. But again, you're in the wilderness, wake up, boom, full body wipe down throughout the day. If you're feeling off at anything before you go to bed, boom, you've avoided how many chemicals absorbing into your largest organ that transmits and receives universal cosmic energies from both polarities. The skin does. Absolutely. So, glory, honor, praise to the Father in heaven. Glory, honor, praise to the Father in heaven. Glory, honor, praise to the Father in heaven.